Up? So thanks so much for the new subscribers, like 35 to 55, and now we can go live. So trying to get a little fire going this evening. Man, we had a torrential downpour yesterday. It was wild. Like, I had water standing everywhere this morning. Like, it rained so hard and so much yesterday, it was unbelievable. So yeah, I got some work to do with respect to my drainage system. There's a culvert that's backed up underneath this driveway, and then there's another culvert that's probably backed up going out to the pasture. So I got my work cut out for me there. But today I was doing some organizing work, and I came across a couple of things, and it made me start thinking that might be a good topic to talk about. And it's the things that we hang on to. You know, do you hang on to stuff that you used in your past or from your childhood or whatever? Like, do you keep stuff? And if you keep stuff, you know, I got to thinking to myself, why do I keep this stuff? And specifically what I'm referring to is these two hammers. Any of you that study geology, I'll come over and you can see them closer. Check these hammers out. Those are weird hammers, aren't they? Weird looking hammers. This one I found in the field out in the desert Southwest. This one I took with me. But they're rock hammers for geology experts, geology scientists to go out into the field and collect rock specimens. And then I found this in my toolbox as well. And this is if it was still working, the light would come on, and it's like a magnifying glass for looking at minerals inside of rocks. And I'm like, what do I have that stuff for? And then I remembered I had my geology field book from 2002, 2003, when I was studying geology at Texas A&M University, and all the formations that we went and drew out. Kaufman Ranch in Mason, Texas. Where else did we go? Wichita Falls, US 287, College Station, Amarillo, 330 North, I-40 Drive, Albuquerque, New Mexico. All these, Petrified Forest, that was a good trip. Grandview Trail, May 12th, 2002. So I thought to myself, why do I have this stuff? I mean, it's just stuff, you know, like, why do I keep it? And even now, I don't want to get rid of it. I want to keep it, you know, like, this was an important part of my life, and I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. It brings back good memories. So what about y'all? What kind of stuff are you hanging on to that you could probably get rid of? And this is really, you know, it kind of really hits home because I'm at my Granny and Paul's old homestead place, and it burnt down in 2018. And my uncle, he had a bunch of stuff inside that house, right? And it all went up in flames, like all of his memories, like all of his things, you know? And like the tornadoes that just came through Oklahoma recently, right? And people everything. And it just makes me think, right? Makes me think, why do I hold on to stuff like this that, yeah, I can remember. You know, I can remember that trip, I can remember that stuff, but I'm never gonna go pound on a rock again with this rock hammer, you know? I was a big Nolan Ryan fan growing up as a teenager. He was kind of my childhood hero, especially after my parents divorced, and, you know, I was kind of trying to figure things out. And I held on to Nolan Ryan memorabilia for 20 years, I guess. I guess we were in Pennsylvania when I finally got rid of all that stuff, and I just took it down to a local sports dealer and sold it to him, just so I wouldn't have to just so I wouldn't have to manage it. So I wouldn't have to manage the stuff, you know. And hey, I see people commenting out there, and that's super cool. I'm too far away to read them right now, but I'll try to go back after the live stream and comment and see what see what everybody's saying. But yeah, I started producing content about 5 years ago, and man, I really loved it. Like, I really wanted my message to get out. Like that was my biggest reason for it at the time, was getting my message out. And I never really did get to the point where I could get my message out. But now it feels like I've got another opportunity now to get my message out based on taking an outcast path, because I don't have to be doing this. I could still be living an easy RV life in the RV resorts with the pools and, you know, all the amenities that come with it, the easy drainage systems, the easy water from the tap and the spigots, right? And I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to go a different route, to build up a semi-permanent homestead, self-sustaining way to go about living life. Silver, come here, buddy. You want to say hi? What you doing? Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, this is our first live stream in a long time. Enough people give two rats about what we're doing. Look at that. Oh, somebody's giving us flowers. Who's sending us flowers? What's up? But yeah, so, you know, I'm real passionate about liberty and freedom and all that stuff, after, you know, thinking that serving in the military, that's what I was defending. But I've had a eye-opening experience with respect to world events and everything that's going on. And my military transition was a disaster, along with a lot of other people. And we got Memorial Day weekend coming up, right? And the 22 per day veteran suicide and all that stuff's going to be in the news again, I'm sure. And I look at it a lot differently than a lot of folks. And a lot of people don't care for my opinion on a lot of different matters, and that's fine. They're free to disagree. That's what freedom's all about, right? But yeah, we had a pretty hard day today, didn't we, buddy? We got some work done for the parents. Got the place cleaned up a little bit more around here after a good hard rain. I'm trying to work on a solar, it's like a tarp to put over my rig for the summer to help keep it cooler. So maybe my AC won't have to work as hard. I won't spend as much power. Because again, I'm trying to be able to where I can live off grid comfortably, right? And my main focus is comfort. Like, I want to be comfortable. If I'm not comfortable, then I'm probably gonna quit. So I'm trying to make everything comfortable, right? Get rid of the bugs. Have a garden that's producing vegetables. We've got a plan to get us some quail and some rabbits and then some chickens going around here. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all going to walkabout? We can walk y'all around and show you what's been happening. Of course, I got this fire going, so we're not going to walk too far. See? Yeah, I got some good little fire going tonight. Yeah, but here's what we've done. I tried to do a hyperspeed video the other day of me spreading all this mulch out, but I did something wrong. It didn't take. But yeah, we're getting it. We're getting there. It's coming along. Got my tools all organized today. That's what made me come across those. Rock hammers. There's a sunset tonight. I did a sunset video the other day. It was better than this one is. Yeah. I'm not climbing over the fence. I'll probably fall down. Everybody be laughing. But yeah, there's a sunset for the night. So what do y'all want to hear about on this channel? Outcast stuff? Like, I ain't gonna agree with everything y'all think. Furthest thing from it. I'm probably gonna piss some people off, and that's okay too. Hey, there's a million channels out there. Go find you one that you like. Yeah, we're gonna talk economics. We're gonna talk health and wellness. A lot of my stuff's gonna be on my so-called life model. And like, 5 years ago, I came up with this health, purpose, wealth idea. And then a few months back, a guy was talking about like survival stuff, and his thing was shelter, water, fire, and food, in that order. So I incorporated that into what I'd come up with maybe 6 months ago, which was time, health, purpose, relationships, and then what I call stored time. They called it money, but what they meant was savings, right? So I call it stored time, because we store our time in the form of savings, right, in the currency in the banks, or in an IRA and retirement accounts and 401ks and all that jazz. We also store it in stuff, right? Like this flashlight or that phone that I'm recording this on, or this hat. This is all stored time. These knee pads that I'm wearing. Even that wood I bought, that's stored time that's burning up right now, because I took currency that I got through my time and energy and purchased that wood with it. So it's stored time. So I really like that model. Time, health, purpose, relationships, and stored time. Even this little guy, he's stored time. Little rascal. You cost him the 4 figures, didn't you? And you're well worth it. He's a good boy. Yeah. He's an asshole, but he's a good boy. So what are y'all doing on y'all's Monday night? Are y'all outcasts, alone and unafraid too? Or y'all living the family life? Doing that, fighting that battle. And I know it too. I know it's hard. Having a family ain't easy. Hats off to you for doing it. Yeah, but I decided I had to come build a garden for myself that, my family, friends, folks might want to be a part of. And if they don't, I'm content right here doing this every night. Cooked me a nice home-cooked meal earlier today with homegrown from the store. My sweet potato crop isn't looking like it's going to turn out. I'm going to have to find a different path. The other vegetables, the okra and the beans, they're sprouting up. They're doing good. Sweet potatoes, though, they kicked my ass 3 years ago, and they're kicking it again this time around, it looks like. They're supposed to be the easiest ones to grow, too, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I couldn't get the sweet potatoes that I bought at the store, the organic sweet potatoes, to sprout. So therefore, without the sprout, you don't have a plant growing. And I think I'm going to run into town to the farm store tomorrow and ask them what I need to do, because they didn't have slips last time either. And then the local garden center was all sold out of them a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know what the deal is. All right, well, throw it in the comments. Tell me what you guys are interested in hearing about, you guys and gals. I bet there's some gals out there too. But yeah, this Outcast Commander naming convention I actually came up with the idea from the Offended Outcast channel. And this man, he was around 65 or so and just starting his homesteading journey. He just sold his house within the last year or so and was living in an RV on somebody else's property. And then he found himself a property, I think in Kentucky, and he's got a lot of good life advice. And this man's starting to do it at 60, and I'm 45 now, and I'm like, what the hell am I waiting on? Right? It's only going to get harder the older I get. So it's like, start it now. Get after it. And so that's what we're doing. And I'm fortunate too. I'm starting with resources, which is a big plus, a big help. So why do it hard, you know? It's like, take advantage of what the universe has put in front of you and get to work. Yeah, this wood's still wet. Look at that, man. I thought it would have dried out today with all the sun. I guess it didn't. I got just the fix for that though. Did you know lighter fluid was $12 a gallon the other day? $12 a gallon. Gasoline's $4. So I won't be buying lighter fluid very much anymore, I don't think. Too expensive, in my opinion. Yeah, I got the deer feeder and the deer stand out in my archery target. So we're gonna get that set up here in the next few weeks. Get ready to bag us a deer come the fall. Fill the freezer up with meat. And hopefully by the end of summer, once people are tired of trying to start raising chickens, they'll be getting rid of their chicken coops, and I'll get me a chicken coop to have in the fall and winter. Maybe it'll be easier to keep them chickens alive through the winter time. Now we're talking. Yeah, though, economics. You know, I had a couple of short videos this week about folks and their journey. Like today, this morning, I met a guy who came out to give me a quote on doing some yard work around here. And he lost his job as EMT when his EMT company closed a few weeks ago. And then the Uber driver who said that the Uber raised their rates but kept the Uber wages the same for the Uber drivers, which was kind of messed up. And then another gal in town needed some help with she needed a snake for her plumbing system and didn't have a vehicle to come get one. I was gonna loan her. And she said she's an insurance agent in Texas and New York, and her company laid her off a few weeks back. But yet we hear about how well the economy's doing, and I just don't believe it. So yeah, we'll be talking about the Federal Reserve some, the interest rates, the national debt, our purchasing power, how it's eroding away. I talk about some of that stuff on my podcast that I had going a few years ago called the JET, the Jet Show. Jet meant jobs, energy, and taxes. JET, like your own energy, right? Energy or effort. Jobs, effort, and taxes. Jobs, energy, and taxes. So all this stuff matters when it comes to that stored time that I talk about, or our savings. Come here. So yeah, I decided to hit 50 subscribers again and then be able to go live. It's been a long time since I did a live stream, and I'm just kind of figuring things out right now. They'll get better as it goes. Yeah, my mic's still working. So I'll get better. And I bought some service tools this morning to help me go a little faster. So I'll start incorporating that in the next week or so and see where this takes us. But yeah, tell me about the stuff you've kept from your early adulthood or childhood. Or I want to see what you guys are holding on to and why, what that's all about. Yeah, I was bound and determined I was going to get rid of this stuff earlier today, and then now tonight I'm sitting here thinking about it. It's probably going to wind up on my mantle in the RV. I don't have space for it. I'm gonna make space for it. Maybe I'll mount it above the TV on the wall. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be a cool little conversation piece in the RV. All right. Well, I'll ramble on all night, but I'm gonna end it there. I think I'm gonna cut it out. We're gonna get some admin work done, get things buttoned up for the night, and then we'll see y'all tomorrow. So don't forget, let's stay weird together. To your liberty, the Outcast Commander is out. No preaching here. I got to tell them how to turn this thing off. What the world? Yeah, good night. Whoopies 45. Larry's golf carts 445. Yeah, I don't preach, man. I'm just giving an opinion. Thank you, Teddy Bear 550G. Who is Whoopies 45? Glad I'm back. Who is that? Number one fan. Yeah, all right, Whoopies 45. I got you. What's crazy expensive? Yeah, I'm ready for anything too. I don't think I'm anybody's role model.